Hey everyone, I'm Jordan Duke, Senior Director of National Affairs on staff with the Nebraska Farm Bureau, and as we hit the summer, one of my favorite things to do is grill. We have a couple things that we want to show you in terms of grilling. Some steaks that we have here, we're smoking ribs, we have a whole variety of things to do for you here today. So what we have are a variety of steaks here, common steaks that you'll see in the grocery store. They all come from different parts of the cow. We'll start on this side. This is your typical boneless ribeye steak. This is a sirloin steak here. Again, another pretty flavorful cut. It's one that not everybody likes. I like it because it has a lot of beefy flavor to it, and I like a lot of parts of the sirloin. And so that's a sirloin steak here. Here, a little bit different. This is a flat iron steak, and it's a large flat iron steak. You can see the air got to it. It got a little oxidized, but don't worry. Meat that's this red or meat that's a little gray like this is not, if you eat it pretty quick, this does not mean it's bad. This does not mean it went bad. Flat iron steak, a newer cut of steak. It has a little different texture to it than, say, a sirloin or a ribeye steak does. It's not nearly as dense. It's a little more flavorful, but it's a newer cut of steak that was trimmed out. When you talk about value-added things to livestock, to cattle, being able to find those different muscle groups that fit together a little differently, that's really, from a research standpoint, that's a steak that was found relatively recently, and one you're seeing that's become more and more popular all the time. Up here is a New York strip steak. Again, we'll get into where that fits in, but a strip steak, a very common steak and one that a lot of people like. And then like down here we have the T-bone steak, or this is a porterhouse steak. It has a New York strip on the one side, and then you have the fillet portion on the other, so the really tender piece on that side. When it comes to steak, you can season them any way you want to do it. You can go just some basic salt and pepper. You can go a commercial steak rub that has a lot more stuff to it. It really depends on what you want to do. For beef, I don't like a lot of sweet with my beef, so a lot of savory flavors is where I like to keep it. Again, you can go as simple or as complicated as you like to go. This is a pretty thick porterhouse, so we're gonna add plenty of seasoning to it. Again, this is just a salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder mixture. We're gonna press it in. There are some rubs that have some activated charcoal in it. And really, the rub itself tastes really good, but it provides an interesting visual because it is pure black. And what you do is you have a black rub like that, and it's, again, a lot of it is just from a visual standpoint. You have a black rub, and you put that on a piece of red meat, and so when you cut into it, you have the color contrast of red and black. It's a really interesting rub. Actually, it has very good flavor to it also. With larger, thicker cuts like this porterhouse here, it's best to reverse sear those. So you want to have your grill, again, on one side of it turned either completely off or turn it way, way down and just let that coast to start with. I'm going to use it with this ribeye here too, and just let that kind of cool down and let it kind of come up to temperature slowly, because what you don't want is when you cut open that piece of meat, you have a well-done piece, and then rare in the middle. If you're looking for that medium rare temperature on the inside, that red color, you'd like to be able to go from coast to coast, essentially, from top to bottom. You want that piece to be all red. So that's what we're going to try to do. For some of these other steaks, like a flat iron, you can go more so hot and fast. So you can have your grill turned up a little higher. They're not very thick. You can go a little faster. You don't have to. You can still do the same kind of method where you turn it down and just put them on and just let those cook there. But again, we're going to try to pull all these. There's a lot of controversy as to how you want your steak, and I'll let you decide how you want to do that. I have my preferences, but we're going to try, for these, we're going to try to keep them at about a medium rare temperature. So again, we have our flat iron steaks, we have our New York strip steak, our sirloin steak, our thick cut sirloin steak, our ribeye, and our porterhouse. We're going to let these cook, and we'll come back and visit them in a little bit. Yep, those are all done, medium rare temperature, perfect. That one's not, but it's time to flip. The red liquid at the bottom that comes out of a steak, people call that blood. They think it's blood. It is not blood. It is called myoglobin. It is mostly water. The blood is drained, if we're getting really technical, blood is drained from the animal after it's slaughtered, and so the only thing left is the juice, the natural juice, the water that's in the meat itself. This is myoglobin. Yeah, Dr. Flatiron. It used to be a very affordable cut of steak. It has become extremely popular. It's not nearly as affordable as it used to be. We have our sirloin here, our New York strip there, and we're just gonna cheat and cut right down the middle. Yeah, we have a medium rare steak. Nice and juicy. A New York strip will be a little bit more dense than, say, a filet or a ribeye, but it sure is a popular one for a lot of people. Thanks so much for watching this video. Have a great summer. Enjoy grilling season. I think overall there's a lot of resources out there. If you want to learn how to grill meat better, if you want to learn how to smoke meat, there's a lot of things you can do. Pork, beef, chicken, lamb, whatever protein you like to enjoy. It's going to be a wonderful summer. Enjoy meat protein. Have a great summer. Thanks for being a member of Nebraska Farm Bureau. Or if you want to be a member, go to our website, www.nefb.org. Okay.
Winner.